2020.
Yeah.
It sounds so futuristic to me. It really does. 2020, I mean, it's right around the corner though.
It is.
And actually you published an article a while back about what we can expect or what we can learn about how we're planning for 2020. So I want to get a little bit more insight on what some of these top changes are that you reflected upon and presented in this article.
Yeah, well, I think that actually the top change that I took out of the debate that I had when we discussed Marketing 2020 was that as a marketeer right now, you are really in the middle at the heart of the company. And I think 20 years ago, for instance, as a marketeer, you would operate, for instance, more at the end of a production process. When a product was finished, you would be asked to prepare a go-to-market strategy. But right now, as a marketeer, you're involved in strategic discussions when it comes to employer branding. Your opinion is asked, a new tool, for instance, for the service desk. And the reason is that as a marketeer, you represent the customer. And in digital times, that customer is everywhere.
Yeah.
So when he or she applies for a job at your company or reads an article about you or watches an ad on the television from you, they expect a similar experience and they expect your brand to be reflected in all the messages. So I see there a big change when you compare it with 20 years ago, that as a marketeer, you've really moved to the middle of the company and you're actually involved in almost every conversation going on, exactly because you are representing that customer who is also everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
What a great experience too,
Yeah.
because you're able to really see the organization from a very holistic perspective.
I love it.
Yes.
I love the broad view that you
Yes.
have as a marketeer and actually therefore also the impact that you can have.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it is your job to have that broad view and to take it with you in whatever meeting you are asked to be in. So I love to be in the middle and at the heart. Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
and to be communicating that and supporting the clients through that perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a big communication element into it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So what are these trends that you see coming up in the near future? So we have 2020 around the corner. What can we expect otherwise? What are some trends we can look out for?
I think the big trends, and maybe it's because I work at Microsoft, but the big trend that I see, I mean, we already have a lot of data. Data is omnipresent, but I think more and more those data will get infused with AI.
Right.
And actually that has already started a bit. If you look at Microsoft, for instance, AI is doing propensity modeling for us. So it will tell us how likely a lead is going to become a win. And that's very exciting, of course. And what you also see is that, for instance, digital agents or bots are being used more and more in the sales and marketing processes. So it's very likely that a customer, when he or she reaches out to us, will firstly have a conversation with a bot, and that then the bot decides at some point that the question gets too concrete and that then a human gets involved. And I think we will only see more and more of those practices in the next 5 years. Technology and also AI is there to serve human beings. Yes. So I don't mind. I mean, as long as it is being used for the good, as long as it's been used positively, and maybe as a marketeer we can focus on the real big questions and can let the bots do maybe the more automated work, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.